Hi, my name is Frank. It's Friday. That means it's time to kick back, relax, and talk music. Today I want to talk about these cool and highly collectible Japanese CDs, plus this really cool band I just discovered. But let's kick things off with this $400 punk 7-inch single record of the week. This week's record of the week is the 7-inch from Canadian punk icons SNFU. So if you've never heard of SNFU, I'm not sure how well known they are outside of Western Canada, but these guys are huge, or were huge. They're revered, and they were really pioneers of the hardcore / punk hardcore scene beginning in the early 80s. This is the She's Not on the Menu EP, released by the band in, I got two dates here, it's either 86 or 87. On side A is a re-recording of the track She's Not on the Menu, and side B includes two demo tracks that were originally recorded in 1982. Those two tracks were intended for a compilation of underground Edmonton bands. They're from Edmonton, and that compilation was going to be called Westwatch. The compilation was never released. This was limited to 500 copies. I'll show you the record. It is on this this red vinyl, 45 RPM. And what's cool about this? I mean, there's several things that are cool about it, but this artwork was by frontman Ken Chin, Mr. Chai Pig, and he silkscreened this by hand, is my understanding. And Mr. Chai himself did it, and he passed away a couple of years back. And the value of this 7-inch EP has just skyrocketed. I was looking on Discogs, and it last sold in January for $400 Canadian, which is equal to about $317 US. That one was near mint condition. This one is close to near mint condition. Prior to that, a copy of this sold for $180. So I'm not sure if it's worth $400 to me. So I'm kind of debating what to do with it. At the same time, it feels kind of wrong, right, to sell like a DIY punk record for that much money. So I'm holding on to it for now. If you're not familiar with these guys, I highly recommend you checking out Society's No Use SNFU, this week's record of the week. Okay, before I get to those really cool Japanese compact discs, I need to show you this CD, which I got last week. This band is called Klassik 78. And this album is called Phantoms. And if you can see it there, if you're a Kiss fan, you're going to kind of recognize the band, the images these guys are paying homage to, right? So if you're not familiar with Klassik 78, it's basically the musical equivalent of fan fiction. These guys recorded, this is their third release. They've recorded 3 albums that really pay tribute to Kiss without ripping Kiss off. In fact, if you listen to this disc and close your eyes, this sounds exactly like classic Kiss. Sounds like Kiss from 1978. That was the whole inspiration behind this band. If Kiss did not release those solo albums in 78, if they had put out a studio album as a band, what would it have sounded like? And it sounds like Klassik 78, man. This sounds like vintage outtakes from Rock and Roll Over. If someone hadn't told me that this was newly recorded material, I would have sworn it was outtakes from Rock and Roll Over. It's that good. I mean, close your eyes and you're listening to Kiss. So this is not available on vinyl. It's only available on compact disc, and it's available exclusively at Newbury Comics, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's where I ordered it from. There's 3 guys, and the drummer, I gotta mention this, the drummer in this band on this latest release is Charlie Benante from Anthrax, who's a huge fan of Kiss. And this is really an homage to Kiss. I mean, it's just the attention to detail. Paul, the singer who does the Paul song, sounds like Paul. The guy who does the Gene song sounds like Gene. Ace, the same guy does Paul and Ace. No, sorry, the same guy does Gene and Ace. He pulls both of those vocals off perfectly. The guitar tones are dialed in. Charlie Benante spends so much time getting the right drum sounds and altering his playing to sound like Peter Criss. I gotta tell you, man, if you haven't heard Klassik 78, and particularly the album Phantoms, you gotta check it out. It's not available on the streaming services. It's not available on vinyl. You gotta go to their website. You can download the MP3s, or you can buy the CD, the compact disc. It's limited edition, so if you're interested, check it out. I highly recommend for any Kiss fan out there. You have to check out I was gonna call him Kiss. You gotta check out Klassik 78 Phantoms. Okay, next I want to talk about these SHM-CDs out of Japan. So for those of you not familiar with these CDs, SHM stands for Super High Material Compact Disc. They hit the market back in 2007. They were developed by JVC Kenwood. They're fully compatible with all CD players, but here's the thing. SHM-CDs utilize a polycarbonate material that was originally developed for LCD screens, and apparently these discs are more accurately read by the laser on your CD player, which results in more clarity, depth, and definition of sound. They're also typically quite limited in quantities, and they come and go pretty quick, so they are highly collectible. I got 2 of them. I was holding this one backwards, but it's the new Scorpions album, Rock Believer. And I just got this Van Halen compilation because it was inexpensive. I got these, where did I get these from? From importcds.com, and this was like 14 bucks. So I wanted to jump at it. So I'll open these, but you know, the question is, you're paying a bit of a premium for these. Do they sound any better than regular compact discs? And that's hard for me to say because I don't own either of these albums on CD. But I did compare them to the MQA title streams, which are high resolution music streams. They did sound very different. I actually made some notes when I listened to them. The SHM, these CDs sound a little bit louder, maybe a little bit more in your face. On the streaming version, the high resolution stream, they were EQ'd differently. Those ones, the lows and the highs were more boosted. I found on these SHM CDs, the mid-range was more pronounced. And as a result, and this is just me, others may disagree, on these albums I felt the guitar was a little more prominent, a little more in the face, just because of that EQing with the mid-range boosted. I mean, do these sound better than the high-resolution music streams? It's hard for me to say. You know, it comes down to personal preference. I kind of like the sound of both of them, but they both really did sound very different. And, I mean, the comparison is almost unfair, right? Like I was playing the high-resolution music stream through my Node music streamer, and these ones I was playing through my Marantz CD player. Yes, they're going through the same speakers, they were going through the same amplifier, but the source player wasn't the same. So I don't know. They do sound really good. Anyway, so here's the new Scorpions one, Rock Believer. This is a brand new release, and I gotta say, I love this album. I mentioned this a few weeks back in terms of how surprised I actually was by this. My expectations were so low, and this album, just to me, is so good. It harkens back to sort of that early to mid 80s Scorpions, right? They take a lot out of the Blackout playbook, out of the Love at First Sting playbook, doing really melodic hard rock that's arena ready. I'm not sure these guys can still sell out, at least here in North America, or play arenas even, but that's just that classic Scorpion sound. And the packaging for these Japanese CDs is just, I'll show you this one, it's just so cool. So it's like a mini LP, right? Like here's the compact disc. It comes in the Japanese inner. You see these sort of rounded bottom ones on the Japanese LPs as well. It's got the main booklet, and this one's in English. But then you get the extra Japanese goodies, right? The other thing about these Japanese SHM CDs, they do tend to come with bonus tracks, and this one does come with one bonus track as well. It comes with this other little booklet with lyrics in Japanese, if you can see that there. And it comes with, the little obi strip. Same thing you see on LPs, right? Explaining in Japanese what's on there. And the actual CD itself. is this little miniature gatefold. So I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, it's these sort of cool collectible things that do make collecting CDs fun. And we've talked about CDs and is there going to be a comeback and whatever. But, you know, I paid $24 US for that, which is the same price as the standard LP. And this is the deluxe version. You get all the extra songs. So I thought that one was pretty cool. And here's the Van Halen one. Doesn't have quite as much in this one, but I'll show you. Again, I got this one, I think it was like 14 bucks or something like that. So of course you got the Obi strip. And again, this one has a bonus track as well. Nothing crazy. It's got Hot for Teacher on it, which the other versions of this Van Halen compilation do not have Hot for Teacher. And it comes with the regular English notebook booklet, and also comes with a Japanese booklet, right? With all the lyrics. Well, let me see what's in here. What is exactly in here? Okay, it's got, in the beginning, it's got some Japanese information, and then it's got lyrics. And the lyrics are in Japanese and they are in English. I mean, for the compact discs themselves, they do look very similar. My glasses are falling down today. I don't know why. These do look very similar to regular compact discs. There's some subtle writing there that explains that this is an SHM-CD that's made in Japan. But in terms of the backside, it looks very similar to a regular compact disc. So I've kind of gone on here, but I'm not sure if you can tell. I'm pretty excited about these SHM-CDs. That Scorpions one I saw on Discogs. It's already selling for close to $50, almost double what I paid for it. So as I said, they are highly collectible. And once they're gone, they do kind of seem to be gone. I've been doing some research on them, and there's a lot that are just out of print now, and those ones in particular can become valuable. Again, I'm not collecting these for resale. I just think that they are kind of cool. I've only got 2 or 3 of them now, but I can see myself buying more of these, particularly as the price of records go up. And, you know, these ones are not unreasonably priced for what you get. So that's about it. That is the Japanese SHM Super High Material Compact Disc. All right, 33ers, let me know what you thought of today's episode in the comments below. Have you tried these Japanese CDs, the SHM-CDs? I'd love your thoughts. Let me know. Otherwise, if you dug this video, I would appreciate a quick thumbs up. I will be back on Sunday. Until then, keep on spinning.